Hi folks, this is Gabor from GaborSpeaks.com. As I promised, I'm going to start a series about taboos, and these taboos are going to be the following. That is sex, politics, and religion, not necessarily in this order. Now I think, especially in the Judeo-Christian cultures, these are the taboo topics that are the most hurtful, and hurtful only because, or mainly because, we don't talk about it, but probably not just in our cultures, but also in other ones. Nevertheless, let's dig into this. The first thing, the first big taboo group, I think, is politics. Because, all right, it's somewhat okay to talk about politics, but definitely it isn't okay to have emotions about it and to really share what you mean if it's not a mainstream idea. And even if it's a mainstream idea, sometimes it is better to talk about it, or more allowed to talk about it. It's more okay to talk about it. Like, for example, Trump is a really mainstream guy, but if you're a Trump supporter, you shut up and you just vote in the booth silently. So that is one example, but there are many others. And I think what we have come to now in talking about politics is absolutely really fucking toxic, because these are many times just two big groups of shouting heads, blah, 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 especially on the internet, that they're just shouting at each other. And this is just not good. Not good. Why? Because we are not really talking about the issues that matter. So the first point that I think is really important is that when we are talking about politics, it is okay to have emotions, right? Because many times you hear that, okay, so if you have emotion about a certain topic, then you are immature, then probably you're not really ready to discuss this thing. But come on, like, politics are dealing with things that affect our lives. It's absolutely fine to have emotions about it. We feel in a certain way about raising taxes, about building autobahn, a highway. So we have feelings about it. So it's okay to show it. Still, it's not a fucking football game, right? So if it's, for example, about Barcelona and Real Madrid, and they are playing against each other, then Barca fans will be like, "Hey, Barca!" And the Madrid fans will be like, "Ala Madrid!" And then they are shouting, they are on the game, and they are like, "Whoa!" And the loser is going to cry for a day, and the winner is going to be happy for about 2 hours. Who knows? It's happiness. It always goes first. Anyway, the point is that when it is a football game, that it doesn't really matter on our lives. Like, it's just an illusion that it's a huge effect on our life whether Barca or Real Madrid wins. But what has really huge effect is politics. So we need to bring these emotions into a debate, own the emotions also, and talk about the issues. And the second point is what I hear about a lot, is about being an expert. Nowadays, you have to be a fucking expert about everything, and if you're not, you are supposed to shut up. Like, what the hell? For example, somebody asks you, "Oh, what do you think about the food in McDonald's?" "Oh, who am I to say? I'm not really a McDonald's food expert, so I really cannot have an opinion about this." You can, and you have to, because this is a democracy, and democracy is not going to work if you don't have an opinion about it. Now, it's really great if you have an informed opinion, right? That's your opinion, at least based on facts. But I think in order to have a functioning democracy, everybody has to have an opinion, an opinion that we can actually discuss. Like, even if it's a completely fucking retarded opinion, like the earth is flat, if you're open to discuss it and you change your mind, then we can have a debate. And that goes for both sides, right? And the third thing is about this debate that, okay, we many times just want to trust our issues with professionals, which is fine. If we have a broken pipe, then we call a plumber. That's absolutely okay. But if it's about politics, yes, we have our professionals there, the politicians. But what are they professionals in? Is to how to get the power and how to keep the power. They're not really professionals in what is happening in the economy, in healthcare, in taxation, etc. Of course, they are more informed about what is good for them and what is good for their party eventually, but they are not the big professionals. And many times we have too much trust in them, even though we don't trust them. Like, that's a so weird phenomenon that we are saying that you are supposed to do what is good for us. And because you are supposed to do, I expect you will do. Do they do it? No. Do we vote for them again? Yes, because the other party is actually worse than this one, so we are voting for the lesser evil. Oh no, no, don't do that. I don't like this at all. So what I'm trying to do here is actually talk about politics, bring in the emotions, and have an informed opinion so that the politicians are not going to be able to control us, or at least to a lesser extent. We need to talk about politics so that we have more control on what is happening in our lives, in our countries, with our families. So this is what I'm expecting, that it's not only me who is talking, but you also actually contribute with your opinions, fact, and whatever you see as important. How does it sound? Let's talk then next time.